Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Horry County, South Carolina backtracks on Skydive Myrtle Beach allegations. Plans discovered for World War II Mosquito airplanes. Marine Commandant orders operational reset for aviation units. Hello, I'm Laura Hutson. It's August 16th and this is Airborne Unlimited. Horry County, South Carolina government officials have reversed their story on alleged safety violations by Skydive Myrtle Beach, saying in a cover letter for 126 documents requested in a Freedom of Information Act request that they may or may not demonstrate violation by Skydive Myrtle Beach of Horry County Department of Airports minimum standards, as that assessment has not been undertaken. 2 years ago, those same documents were used as evidence in complaints against the business to both the FAA and the South Carolina 15th Circuit Court to shut the business down. Skydive Myrtle Beach closed in 2015 based largely on what have reportedly now been shown to be unfound claims. Local media reports surmise that the county may be required to pay $33.5 million for the false claims that led to the closing of Skydive Myrtle Beach. Local reporters posit that Horry County created an entirely fictitious case of safety violations against Skydive Myrtle Beach and has now backed away from the evidence it used to support its claims. A cache of some 20,000 wartime drawings and diagrams for the de Havilland Mosquito were discovered in a wartime factory just days before the building was scheduled to face the wrecking ball. The archive is thought to be the only complete set of engineering drawings for the iconic aircraft. The drawings have been donated to a charity, the People's Mosquito, that plans to restore and fly one of the twin-engine aircraft that have been badly damaged in an accident. The documents, which are contained on microfilm cards, will provide invaluable technical information needed to accurately restore the airplane and ensure it meets airworthiness standards. The aircraft that the nonprofit organization hopes to restore is a night fighter that went down at RAF Coltishall in February 1949. There were 7,781 Mosquitoes built during and after the war. The Mosquito served as a fighter, a bomber, a night fighter, and a U-boat hunter. There are currently 3 airworthy examples of the Mosquito, 1 in Canada and 2 in the U.S. The plans might also be used to produce new examples of the aircraft, as well as for restorations. The People's Mosquito nonprofit estimates it will cost nearly $8 million to restore the aircraft to flight status. After the break, the Marines take a break for safety.
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. General Robert B. Neller, Commandant of the U.S. Marine Corps, directed U.S. Marine Corps aviation units to conduct an operational reset for a 24-hour period where no flight operations will take place, but no operational commitments will be impacted. This operational reset will occur within the next 2 weeks and will be taken at the discretion of commanders, based on their unit's operational commitments to focus on the fundamentals of safe flight operations, standardization, and combat readiness. The intent is for flying squadrons to review selected incidents which occurred enterprise-wide and study historical examples of completed investigations in order to bring awareness and best practices to the fleet. Pauses in operations are not uncommon and are viewed as a responsible step to refresh and review best practices and procedures so our units remain capable, safe, and ready. The order comes after 2 accidents with fatalities in recent weeks. All aircraft, including fixed-wing, tilt-rotor, and helicopters, are affected by the order. With some 3,000 Aero-TV programs webcast to cyberspace, sometimes it can be fun to look back and enjoy some of the places we've seen, the flyers we met, and the planes we've flown. Here's a look at one of our favorite Aero-TV classic episodes.
Just the actual implementation and making real the Part 107 rule. And just everything that
AUVSI and ANN are proud to have conducted their first multi-hour live interview program series on day 2 and 3 of Xponential 2017, as seen May 8th through 11th in Dallas, Texas. In this program, ANN interviews the FAA's Earl about a number of topics of interest to the unmanned tech community. Search in depth at Xponential 2017, the FAA's Earl on Aero-TV's news channel. After these messages, 2 Boeing 767s go professional.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
In collaboration with NASC, introducing Sonix Aerospace, bringing you the Taros Group 4 UAS, the redesigned Tiger Shark Block 4, and the Subsonics Twin Jet UAS, all derived from flight-proven manned systems, not concepts, real aircraft. More at sonixaerospace.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The New England Patriots have become the first NFL franchise to purchase its own team planes. Yes, that's planes, plural. The defending Super Bowl champions have purchased 2 Boeing 767 aircraft and had them retrofitted with all first-class seating, which recline completely. At least one of the planes is decorated in team livery with depictions of their 5 Lombardi trophies on the tail. The Boeing Board of Directors has elected Caroline B. Kennedy as a new member. Kennedy served as U.S. Ambassador to Japan from 2013 to 2017 and is an author and attorney. Ambassador Kennedy brings to the Boeing board professional, diplomatic, and global perspectives that are highly valued in our rapidly evolving and increasingly competitive global business environment, said Boeing Chairman, President, and CEO Dennis Muilenburg. A memorandum of understanding has been signed between Singapore Airlines and CAE to establish a joint venture for pilot training in Singapore. The joint venture will initially focus primarily on providing simulator training for Boeing aircraft types, supporting SIA Group Airlines and other operators' pilot training needs in the region. Nebraska State Senator Carol Blood has proposed what might be the nation's most comprehensive drone law in the name of public safety. Nebraska is one of the few remaining states where no such overarching laws are in effect, but Blood hopes to change that. She said that her goal is not to make unnecessary restrictions and regulations that take away from being a drone owner. My goal for the bill is public safety. Stuart Jet Center broke ground on 2 new hangars in preparation for a busy 2017 winter season. Both hangars will measure 25,000 square feet and will be able to accommodate aircraft up to a G650 and Global Express. The project will include an additional 11,000 square feet of adjoining Class A hangar-accessible office and shop space for tenant convenience and lease. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. The latest entry into the ELSA EAB market is the Super Legend XP Cub from American Legend Aircraft Company. The Super Legend XP modifications include square wingtips, extended flaps and ailerons, 40 gallons, usable fuel tanks, and more. Stunning slow speed characteristics, higher top speed, and greater control authority are the result of the wing modifications. Extra fuel capacity allows for longer round-trip backcountry flights without a fuel stop. But that's just the beginning of what the Super Legend XP has to offer. The Super Legend XP also offers more in its undercarriage. A custom-made Commandant V is the perfect match for bigger engines and Tundra tires. An extended landing gear puts the wheels 3 inches forward and adds them 3 inches in height. The results are increased angle of attack for better takeoff performance and improved braking with heavier engines. The Super Legend XP with Titan engine is now available in dual fuel configuration for operation on MoGas or Avgas. Switch selectable, the engine timing is tuned to either fuel grade, while a surplus of power remains available on both. A new optimized Cato propeller performs extremely well on takeoff. Its fixed pitch also cruises well without over-revving the motor. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. See you tomorrow.